Yeah.
And as we go live, Dave walks away, which is, brilliant. Hello, everybody. Mr. Blue, Yvonne, welcome.
I'm back.
Yvonne will be right back.
Now we can go live.
Oh, now we can go live? Oh, dope. Welcome, everybody. This is episode 54. You know what I didn't do? I didn't share my screen. Yeesh. What was that? Oh, Josh. I wasn't looking at the screen. So yeah, we're episode 54. The past, present, and future. Well, no present, just the past and the future. No presents. Oh, Eric Sith is here as well. Hello. All right. Let's just go back to this here. And right now it's Dave and I, although Dave looks like he's reading something.
Yeah, I got some.
Or watching something.
No, I'm typing.
Oh, typing
Hi,
something?
everybody.
He's typing with one finger. He's old school. So yeah, welcome. Episode 54. I was just going to quickly check if Julian is streaming, because I'm pretty sure he is, and that would be where just Jeff is. Yes, he is. Let me just mute this before I open it up. Oh, it already was muted. Wow, I haven't used YouTube on this computer for like a week. Oh, Jeff is not there right now. Okay, so maybe Jeff will join us. We'll see what happens. Anyway, and that's an email saying that Julian just went live. Okay. So yeah, sorry. I'm a little behind this morning. I'm a little behind this afternoon due to this evening. Oh my gosh. We're a little behind in everything, apparently. I've been busy sorting, hence the mess right here. And I started getting the news and everything 10 minutes later than I normally do. So, got a little distracted. So, but yeah, we've got Mr. Cowdice here, who didn't join us last week because he was, March breaking. So, Dave, why don't you tell us how your last week or last couple of weeks have gone, because we haven't seen you?
It's not too bad. I got to hang out with my kid, who just stopped in for 5 seconds ago. And yeah, work in my first time in my Lego room in a long time. So,
Cool. Oh, and Dave Sincero will probably join us shortly, I would assume.
At some point.
He's usually getting his kids to bed around this time. So, and I just said that because I heard mine wandering upstairs suddenly. So, you probably can't hear it, but I hear the creaking above my head. So, old house, creaky floors. So yeah. So that was a great update, Dave. You had a good weekend. And you're just in your Lego room.
Work lots of hours and no time to Lego.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were off. Did you actually have the week off last week?
No, I just took the 2 days off. I took
2 days off.
Monday, Tuesday off.
Oh, okay. And like last week was our March break here in Ontario. So thankfully the kids are back to school today finally, which is good. Well, not today, Monday. But things can resume back to normal, and the time change happened a couple of weeks ago as well. So it's usually bright when we wake up. But anyways, so yeah. As for me, I've been sorting. I finished I finished a Lego puzzle that I was working on, which was the minifig heads. I'm gonna pull up a picture.
That was a good picture, by the way.
Was it a good picture?
Of the minifig heads.
I don't know. Well, actually, no, it's pretty crappy because the lighting quality is they reflect light. Can I rotate this? Rotate left. There we go. All right, let me share it. So yeah, I built this puzzle, which is the hardest of the 7 puzzles that are out there. It is hard to see due to the flashy, the light above this table, but 1,000-piece puzzle, lots of minifig heads, lots of yellow. Probably took me longer than average to build, but it was fun. And now I have to decide, or now I'm trying to decide which puzzle I'll tackle next, because I did try to get them all. I think Space Stars might be my next one because, hey, classic space. Come on.
Well, that's a good one.
Although I do really want to do like a few of the color palette ones, because I think those are going to be fairly easy to do the palette, but I think this one will be the hardest of those. So yeah. And the Space Stars has that has this ship, which is hard to see here. Oh, we got a little clear. Well, this was one of my favorites when I was a kid, because I didn't have the Galaxy Explorer. I had this one. So, because I wasn't lucky like some people.
No, some people are buying their own.
1,000 of them. So yeah.
Some people are slightly older than you. Just went out and
Yes,
bought your own.
slightly older, and proud and happy that they are. No.
People.
And like I said, I've been sorting the past week. I sorted light gray and dark gray, and then found a bin underneath one of my tables of a bunch of stuff that I could take apart. So I took all that apart and then sorted it by color, dumped it into the other bins, and then resorted light gray, dark gray, because I had more light gray, dark gray from those bins. And I had already gone through dark gray and light gray and reorganized it a bit to fit new pieces in and remove some pieces. For example, the ladders. I keep on looking. I should switch these screens. I'm looking over here to look at the chat, but my camera's right here. Anyway, the old 2x2 ladder pieces, or 1x2 plates with the ladder on them, the classic space ladder pieces, Dave. They used to be considered modified plates, and now they're not. And I'm so happy with that, because that gives me an extra spot in modified plates, because I organized my collection the same as Bricklink. So I was able to remove a few pieces from those bins and add new pieces in. But today I was doing dark gray tile, and I discovered that from that stuff I just sorted a few days ago, which was newer sets, there's a 6x6 tile and a 2x6 tile, and I had no spots for them, so I just kind of put them in the box and closed the lid and walked away. It's like, I'm not going to resort that again, because now I have to, like, a 6x6 tile is hard to fit. Oh, and Yvonne is back. She was worried about having to scrape her windows, but it isn't freezing. The rain isn't freezing. We've had regular rain here, I think, for most of the day. I think we had a little bit of snow too, but I didn't really see it because I've been too busy in the basement. But anyways, welcome back, Yvonne. I've got 6 people watching too, so that's awesome. Hello to everybody watching. As for other things, I don't know that I've done a lot. Oh, I did build a couple of minifig stands for video characters, but they're up on a shelf, so I'll do that later, or I'll take pictures of that and share it later. I did build as much as I can of the taxi cab. This is one I built from just parts. Wait, I have to make myself big here. Sorry. There. So it's missing right now. It's missing the fender, like a couple of pieces around the fenders here, because it's the new bracket that is coming. It's on order from Bricks and Pieces, which means it'll be here in about 6 weeks. But I realized I had all the parts to build this taxi cab, except for those ones. So I basically put it together in about 10-15 minutes. This way I don't have to open up the other box, because now I have one. But I did want to have one in a box, because I'm that kind of person. Oh, and I just realized that the nose grill is missing too right now, because it's a special flat silver type piece. So also on order from Shop at Home, or from Bricks and Pieces. Yeah, so I did a few little builds here and there, but nothing spectacular.
That's fun, though. That's the important thing.
Oh yeah. Well, and I mean, I have another project that I'm waiting for a few pieces. Although now that I say that, I'm not sure what pieces I'm waiting for. Let me just check something here. Bricklink. I know I have some Bricklink orders. No, you know what? I'm not going to look at that. Look at it that way. Anyways, I have a few pieces. I'm going to build the Lamborghini set, but not. I own it, and I haven't built it yet. But my plan is to build it in red, because Lamborghini should be red. But the problem with that was, and you know what? Let me grab the Lamborghini set for a second, because it's close by. Ugh. So we have this little, Speed Champion Lamborghini set. But as I was parting it out to build it in red, I realized there's one issue. and that is the tire, the rim, the hubcap is white, and it's a special pattern, and I'm building it in red. So I was like, wait a minute, what am I gonna do for that? So I was surfing on Bricklink a couple of weeks ago, and I found this tile, which, you know, as a wheel, as a rim, I figured, you know, that'll work to do. So I decided to buy 4 of those off a shop in Barrie, actually near my sister, and that arrived today. So it was a little order, but yeah. Other than that, I think that's about all I did. I'm trying to think, what else did I do? Catching up on TV from being away from a week.
That's always a tough one because there's so many good shows on right now.
Yeah, registered for Brick World Chicago, which I think I'd mentioned last week. And also Rick Brickham announced that he was coming as well, because he has to announce things because he's, you know, a super famous type guy. So he's going to be probably staying in the room with me for 3 of the 5-ish nights, I think it was. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that trip. Because in all honesty, Brick World is going to be the place where everybody is going to go. And I'm just looking here. Oh yeah, I need some brackets and things for the Countach. I can't build it yet because I'm still missing some parts. I'm missing 3 parts that are all in my bricks and pieces order. Oh well. I currently have 2 bricks and pieces orders ordered. One was I did on March 1st, one I did on March 9th. And they're in the queue. Dave is waiting for his computer reboot. It might take a while. Give it a
because the electricity is slower in Quebec.
It is. It's farther. Well, he is farther away probably from the hydro dam.
Oh yeah, we're actually wasting half the bandwidth on this show for all of Canada. So.
Well, this is true.
And we're all sharing that one internet connection that's powered by Moose.
Shh, don't tell everybody our secrets.
All right, the secrets, the Canadian secrets.
Sheesh. Anyways, why don't we hop into the news?
The news.
Dave is going to join us one day. After Dave joins, we'll maybe jump out of the news for a minute to
talk to him.
Just opening up one more thing here. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let me just share again. So first item of interest, I've been keeping my eye on these types of sets. The Harry Potter mosaic kit, art kit, is down to $110 again. It was down to about $100 about a week or two ago. I added it to my cart. Did I? Yeah, I added it to my cart, and then it went back up in price, so I didn't end up buying it. It was the week of Brick Fair. Sorry, not Brick Fair, Bricks Cascade. So I had added it to my cart. But anyways, so it's still on sale. There are a few other items on sale on Shop at Home or on Amazon. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm keeping my eye on this one because I think this is a good enough palette.
Harry Potter sets are cool.
Well, and it's the palette too. The palette of parts out of all the art sets. I mean, I would have gotten Iron Man personally first. But that one, the Iron Man one is long gone. So I'm just trying to find something else. Oh yeah. Since I'm talking about sales, the other one I wanted to mention that I did notice was Mastermind Toys currently has 50% off of all video sets.
That's good for you.
Including, I've got them all now, but it includes all the large sets, all the new kits that came out in January. Thank you, Mr. Sonsier. This week in the news. So I'm debating because 50% off is actually a pretty decent price. I also noticed that I think it was Walmart had one of them had the Candy Castle stage online for like $20 instead of $30. Like half price is $30, and Walmart had it for cheaper. But anyway, I didn't buy anything because my
because you're being frugal.
Well, actually, no, that's not true. Whoops. Yeah. That's not true. I did technically buy stuff this week. Let's go back to that just to cover up that news article. I've been keeping my eye on my local Target. Geez, my local Walmart for videos or for anything on sale, and the video sets had dropped down to $3 for a few of the ones. So I bought the pirate set. I've got 7 copies of that now because I bought 5 of them at $3 a piece. Because in a year or two, that fig might be actually worth the price of that set. So I figured, why not? And I'm debating to building something with those clear domes. That's the other thing I was debating. But yeah, okay, back to the news. So first up, we have a few new sets that were announced. The first one being Dagobah, the Jedi training. This set is actually pretty sweet.
There's a weird owl song in my head right now. I just can't seem to actually remember the lyrics.
Yeah. I think this set's pretty cool. Lego is going with these little displays now, like shelf displays, I guess you could call it. They've got 2. They've actually got 3 out. We'll talk about 2. The third one was kind of shown today on Instagram, but I haven't found a news article for it. So the first one being the Dagobah set. Thank you. JR Toys also has 10 to 20% off a selection of Lego sets. Good to know. The Dagobah set is Amazon in France revealed it. $79 price tag, so it's probably going to be about $100 here, maybe a little bit more. It comes with Yoda, Luke, R2 as you would expect because it's the Dagobah Training Center. Training center, you know what I mean? Training, Jedi training is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, just thought it was a cute little set. Also announced the same day pretty much was the Lego Star Wars Death Star Trench Run, which is another, table display or shelf.
That's a really cool looking set.
It is. I'm pretty impressed by it. I mean, it's not one that Martin from Alabama has or Brick Snaps. He's got a table length one. I think he wants the Jedi one, but or this one. I don't know. Either one. They're both good. But yeah, this one's pretty darn cool. I like the R2 as a little printed tile. It's awesome. But a lot of greebling on it. Just kind of a neat little scene. I kind of like how they're going with these. I mean, it's another way for them to sell, Star Wars type stuff without recreating and building. Oh, look, here's another X-Wing. Okay, technically there's another. Actually, both of these sets had X-Wing.
There's another X-Wing.
Darn, I just realized that the other one also has an X-Wing. Oh, at least the Lowena one. So apparently it's X-Wing season. Yeah, the Dagobah one is what Dave sends here. And this picture shows both of them together for sizing. Although this is weird because for some reason they put the Dagobah set on a dark green laptop. First of all, who makes a dark green laptop? I don't think I've ever seen it. Yeah. And why is the moon behind? I guess that's not a moon.
That's not a moon.
I mean, that is a moon. It is a moon, but anyway. So also announced was the trench or the trash compactor set, which comes with an R2 and a 3PO. A 3PO looks really cool. He's got a double molded or double colored leg. He's actually got a gold leg that turns silver or turns gray.
Are we now at the stage that they're just basically grasping for sets to make from the Star Wars?
I think so. Yeah, now they're doing these little scenes. They're doing scenes from the movies.
But the trash compactor scene, like, really?
Well, the trash compactor looks kind of cool. I mean, it actually does compact. Sure. Like, you push it together and the garbage piles up, and it's got the 4 figs in it. It's got like Chewie, Han, Leia, Luke, all in the trash compactor. Yeah, exactly what Dave said. That's no moon. It's a space. Oh wait, it is a moon. So again, that one just got revealed literally in the past few hours. So there's not actually a news article for it. So we'll just talk about it. We'll look at the pictures next week. And of course, the day after our last chat. It is. And part of the reason for this for the topic tonight was that the Back to the Future time machine, because it can't say DeLorean apparently, even though you can write DMC on it.
Okay, that's video ban.
Yeah, was announced. So this set will be available April 1st, 1,872 pieces. Hey, 1872, 1856. What's going on there? When they went back to the past, what year did they go to?
They went back to 1885.
1885. See, they should have made it 1,885 pieces.
It's trivia right here.
Jeez, thanks, Dave. So retailing for $169 US, $219 Canadian. And it allows you to actually build not build, but you can choose which of the 3 versions of the DeLorean you want. So it comes with the extra parts to modify it to your liking. It also contains some new parts, which we'll look at in a minute because I got a new elementary post on it. And one of the parts we noticed was in the new land speeder. 1885, Great Scott, and also 1955, 1985. Apparently, years that have 5s in them are. Is it just because the DeLorean couldn't adjust the time by 1s? You can only adjust it by 5s.
It's just what Doc typed in.
Yeah. Anyway, there is a little video for it, but we're not going to run that because reasons. But yeah, so April 1st is when that's available. Will you get it, Dave?
I would probably get that one. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a vehicle. I'm debating. It's all gray. I think there is a few silver bits in it. Actually, you know what? Let's just go right to that article. Not that article. This article. Because here's the new elementary. It has some silver in it, but it's more gray. Has some new parts. So this piece we actually saw in the back end of the Jedi Starfighter last week or the week before we were looking at it. The Naboo Starfighter. So it's like a wedge. No, it's a roof slope, but it also goes up from
It tapers.
It tapers, yeah. So it's a brick high on one end and a brick and a plate high on the other end. And I mean, this is in the hood of the car, right here, is where they've used it. So they needed it to get the angle properly. And also the new windshield, because apparently now we just make new windshields for everything.
Yeah, it's easy for them to do.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's got a 75-degree slope, so that could be handy for things. I don't know what things, but it could be handy.
Like that idea.
I always like looking at the math of those things, right? Oh, here's another picture of that piece. So yeah, it's regular height here, and then a plate higher on the back end. And they've done their maths on it, which I love. I love the fact that they do this. That is a cool effect. I kind of like that. Never thought about doing it that way, or looking at it that way. Also, parts that comes with a black couple of black hooks. The black guitars. No, these aren't the guitar string. These are the plastic pieces that they've used for fencing. That they're using for fencing in the next Jurassic Park set. The collectible one. New rims. This Technic piece in light bluish gray has never been made. It's been an old gray.
Yeah, that's a very old piece.
Light gray 3x3 window. That's interesting. I think that's the grappling hook. In I can't tell what color it is. The zip line with connector. No. Anyways, sand green 1x2 rounds and a few other parts. Oh, white Technic jump with Technic half pins. That's kind of cool. As well as some new parts that are rarer. So the wheels or the rims stuff, and parts that are in only a few sets. Anyway, and parts that are in a few more sets, and a DMC printed tile.
Of course.
Have you heard that they're actually building an electric car? DMC is building an electric car right now.
I haven't heard that, but
it is supposed to be previewed in the next few months. And I mean, DMC has been lost ownership, and someone else bought the rights to it or whatever. I believe, from what I remember from my DMC history. But and I'm talking about DMC, the DeLorean Motor Company versus Run DMC. Anyways,
got it.
So and there's a new Doc and Marty. It's pretty fun, and that's good enough for that. So yeah, it's a cool set to look forward to. Again, not sure if I'll buy it. I mean, I'd like to buy it, but I bought the Mustang a while back, and I built that. I haven't actually bought the red pickup truck, the dark red pickup. I wouldn't mind picking that up. But as I say that, I look at my shelf of shame, which is over there in the corner. That you know what? Hold on. Let's just get serious here. Let's get
Jeffy's
serious.
gonna show us.
My shelf of shame, which starts right here, and technically there's a bunch of pods or video pods behind the figs. That's how they're all standing. But yeah, my shelf of shame, which is 3 sections now of sets that I've purchased or acquired since COVID started and haven't had a chance to build. So, yay. And there's my bathroom that I don't use.
Good to know.
And tell us we don't need to see my work computer. There we go. So yeah. Shelf of shame. Dave is saying I might get tempted. I do own the first one. Yeah, I own the first one as well, so it's the same. Actually, I own both.
The box over there.
I own both of the first ones. The first one and the second one, because there was one in Lego Dimensions.
Oh, I got both of those too then. Yeah,
it's easy when you charge that much too. Is it easy? Is $219 a good price for that? I don't know. It's 1,800 pieces. I mean, ideally it should be $190.
I will put it on my Christmas request list or my birthday request list and see.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the DNC owner actually got caught smuggling drugs in the doors of the DeLorean. That's right.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah, he was a coke user as far as I recall. So yeah, I mean the car was not as it was dubbed as the future of the cars, and it was very underpowered and stuff,
but it looked cool.
But it looked cool, and
it was made out of stainless steel, so it would never, ever, ever rust.
Yeah, exactly. Hence the reason that they're still around.
Yep, see them in the summertime, never in the winter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, why not in the winter?
Well, because I wouldn't take out a classic car in the winter either.
But it's a DeLorean; it'll never rust.
Even if it doesn't rust, I wouldn't take it
out. Anyway, so next up we have the 90th anniversary castle set has been teased. And there's not much to talk about it. This was an image off of the Back to the Future video that shows Marty in front of a castle, and the castle is the original King's Castle by design at the front, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff added onto it. So we are making the assumption that the new 90th anniversary set, which most likely will be a castle, is going to be this castle in particular that's in this picture, and I think there's a slightly better image of it. No, just another shot of it. So yeah, Lions King Castle 10305 is what is being called, and it's going to pay homage to the original castle, and it's going to cost 350 British pounds, which is
a lot of money
in the $400 to $500 range for us.
For classic castle.
For castle. Period.
For castle.
Hey, we've had Black Falcons. If they come out with Lion King guys, I have to at least order them on bricks and pieces.
Well, I would have.
But I will probably end up buying the castle because castle. Hello.
I'm just saying.
David was going to join the chat. Now he won't be let back in because he booted. We're allowed to like multiple things. I like space. I also like castle.
Jeff is a well-rounded Lego builder.
I am.
A lot of stuff.
I am. In fact, I'm not sure what I'm building next. Well, I guess I'm rebuilding my castle. But anyway. All right, next up we have bricks and pieces. In Europe a couple of months ago, they had switched over to the new system. David, you're not making me happy. Anyway,
I didn't put it up there.
So a couple of months ago, in Europe, they switched over to the new system, and in the past week, 17th of March, yeah, so the day after our chat on the Wednesday, they switched over to the new pick a brick version of the site, which is decent. It functionally it works good. The one concern is that a lot of the newer parts that were available in the old system are no longer available. So parts that are in the new space sets, the new cities. Well, I just said that because David wrote space. And yes, Mr. Blue is a good question. Why are there 7 people in chat and no one else is talking? People are listening. That's okay.
Because we're listening to Jeff's sweet melodious voice is why we're not.
Well, it's our people are listening or just sleeping, which either one works out. But yeah, so
because I've been awake since 4:30 this morning. So
oh geez, baby. yeah, it looks like the old Pick-a-Brick interface for sure. It does have a lot better functionality because now you can actually in the search window you can just type in slope, or you can type in a particular you can type in ladder and it will return all the ladders. In the old Bricks and Pieces site that we were using, you had to use the part number itself. So it does give you a little bit better search functionality. I technically have an order that I'm starting to work on, but I could only find one piece that I really needed, and it was finally available, so that's why I added it to my order. The one downside is there is a price. There's a shipping price, or there's different shipping levels. So the site has two different types of parts. So there are. I'm just trying to find the descriptions of them again. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just do this? New shoplego.com. This is how you get to it, if anybody's wondering. Get to the bottom of the page, say replacement parts, buy bricks, buy bricks. You no longer have to enter in the country you live in because it's smart enough to realize that. There are still a few bugs in the filter, according to Dave. So they have two different categories. They have bestseller parts, which is basically what was in Pick-a-Brick originally, the online Pick-a-Brick. Orders are processed in about 5 days. Orders are have about a 5-day turnaround from shipping, and they ship to Chicago, Illinois. Now the fee is $4.50 that you have to pay as a service fee for orders under $18. Over $18, you don't have to pay a service fee, but you do have to pay shipping fees. So basically, if you're ordering less than $18 Canadian, I'm assuming because we're in Canada, then you have to pay a $4.50 shipping fee for these bestseller parts. If you, the other side is the standard pieces, which is basically anything that's not a bestseller and is available and isn't a brand new part, because Lego has held back the brand new parts. They may add them eventually, they may not. They may add them after a month or two. That part is still up in the air. And yes, Mr. Blue, I do agree with what's going on in the world. News is not as exciting, maybe. But anyway, so if you order through the standard system, they usually have about 11 or 15 days shipping from Denmark. Of course, currently there's a 5 to 6 week delay because, well, everything's being delayed. And well, I mean, people that ordered in December didn't get their parts till the beginning or the end of February, beginning of March. So, and I have 2 orders currently in place in March, so I don't expect to get them till April or May. So this service has a $9 service fee if your order is under $18. So in most cases, you're probably going to spend over $18 if you're ordering for parts. But keep that in mind. There is still shipping fees as well. And I'm not sure what the shipping fee costs are. I currently have 50 pieces in my bag, in my cart for $3.50, and that's this bracket here. I'll just pull it up in a bigger picture. You can see it, but it's kind of hard to see. So this part here, which hasn't been available and is actually available as well, or is actually currently available, which is nice. And also, I just noticed this site has the ability to say, I want to see all the other colors of this part. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Same color. What is this supposed to say? Same brick. Oh, maybe there are no more of that piece. Anyway, and there used to be a limit of 200 through this site, through the Bricks and Pieces site. I think now the limit is 999, which I just altered my order to. Now my order is $69. Wow, that's not bad, and no service fee. Cool, but I'm going to go back to 50 because So yeah. That takes care of that news article. So again, hopefully Lego introduces some of these newer parts. Sorry, I was reading one of the words in the article.
It's all good.
And I mean, newer parts are like the space canopies on those new city space sets. They were available on Bricks and Pieces. They are no longer available on Pick-a-Brick. At least they haven't been available, or they weren't available at that point. Do we let them in?
Boo!
We love you, David.
We do, Dave. We love you. We tolerate you. Anyway,
You tolerate me?
David's
we
awesome.
tolerate you. Yeah. Okay, so Dave, how are you doing? Why don't we jump over to you, because news is pretty much wrapped up.
Well, doing pretty good. Haven't done a lot of Lego lately because of family, because of hockey. We're coming up on the playoffs, so
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun,
so
dun.
yeah, we had a
I'm gonna get
we had a practice on
unmonetized.
Jacob had a practice on Monday, and we had a practice again tonight, and it was the last practice before the actual playoffs. So
Okay. Cool. So your playoffs start like next week then, or on the weekend?
this weekend our first game. We're starting with a round robin, and then the four best teams out of five are playing like 1 against 4, 2 against
So
3.
so hockey will be over by the weekend, by the end of the weekend.
No.
But it's the playoffs.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's a round robin. There's 5 teams.
Oh.
We're playing against the 4 other teams, and
Okay.
then if we're in the top 4, we get to like go on the semifinals and then the finals if you
Oh, that it all doesn't happen in one weekend. It's over a few weekends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think it's going to be wrapped up within the next 3 weeks or so.
3 weeks. Okay. So what happens after that? Is hockey done then for your kids?
Well, it depends if we win or if we lose.
Oh, because if you win, then you go higher into the next, like the
Yeah.
more
Provincial. Yeah, provincial.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Hi, David.
Hi, Ivan.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, understandable. Sports.
And I was waiting for my computer to reboot because I made a mistake. I saw that the Windows wanted to update some things.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I made the mistake of just closing up the laptop and not closing Windows.
Okay.
And now I'm a few days later, and now
and it has to do the update stuff.
it has to do the update. So
Yeah.
I kept on waiting and waiting, and then I went, oh no, I'm just going to use my phone.
You should call IT.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
You're my IT guys.
Well, not me. I'm a programmer. I mean, I know enough to get myself further into trouble sometimes, but I've talked to Dave a few times. Hey, Dave. I screwed something up.
It's all good.
It's all good.
No, I'm usually pretty good with my computer, but like I said, when Windows has to do an update, there's not much you can do. So
yeah.
Nope.
Pretty much. So
wait till it's done.
So Back to the Future, you're gonna buy it?
I'm debating it. I think the price tag is a little high.
Yeah,
personally,
I agree. Yeah, $219 seems a little bit pricey. I'm trying to remember how much.
It looks great. It looks amazing, and
yeah,
and the fact that they included a beer can and a banana makes it just
from Mr. Fusion.
It's like a great Easter egg, but
I was saying,
but it's not minifig scale. First of all, it's like
no, it's not even close to minifig scale.
Yeah, it's not
the
even
original
close.
Closer to minifig scale than this one for sure.
Yeah,
it's like maxi.
So if I buy it, it's going to be just collecting dust on shelf because I'm not going to use it in shows or.
Yeah.
So I'm debating.
So I'm just looking at the Ford Mustang set that came out on Brick Set. And it sold for 199 Canadian. And it was 1,470 pieces. So this one being 1,800 and selling for 220 actually isn't that bad in comparison.
No, but you get a lot of small pieces, and like I said, I'm not sure I want to spend that much money for a piece that's gonna just be on my shelf and collect dust. I tend to buy smaller minifig size sets that I can use in either builds or display or.
Yeah.
So
I'm just making fun of my sister because her spine apparently need physiotherapy.
Don't make fun
Is
of
she
your sister,
trying?
Daphne.
Is she trying to make a joke? Because she doesn't actually need physiotherapy on her knee, on her shoulder. Anyways, I just because she wrote need. Anyways, Mr. Blue and my sister are having a chat about getting back shots and pain and hip. Anyways, my sister's getting old. I don't know about Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue's a young gent. I'm assuming.
We
So,
are all getting old.
yes.
I'm getting really old.
Well,
At least we're getting better
you're younger
looking.
than me, aren't you?
No, you're younger than me.
I'm
You're
the
the
youngest?
youngest of us all.
And hello, Ben and Bonnie.
Hey, Ben and Bonnie.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling old this weekend because I had a hockey game on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I came back and the next day I was like wrecked all over.
Fair enough. Yes. Yeah. For me, it was Portland. Coming back from that, it was like, oh, so dead tired, so sore.
He's
Yeah,
dead
but
bad. Do not
yeah,
follow
but
him.
you flew over there and you had like jet lag, so
Well, yeah, but I mean, my body was sore because of the 54 kilometers of walking I did over the weekend. Uh,
But it was a great show,
you're welcome, Yvonne.
and you got good pictures.
I got some pictures. I didn't.
I like your pictures.
Well, I posted pictures. Yeah. I don't know. I did try and
but
get to see everything.
you didn't take the. I didn't see. Did you take some pictures of the Jurassic World display
I
or?
actually did a video of it,
Okay.
and I haven't actually uploaded that. I should do that. Jeff asked me to take a video of it because he forgot to get one. So I did take a video, and I didn't really watch to see how it was, but I will upload that to Instagram later this week, maybe. So
Because
uh,
I saw that Beyond the Brick did
yeah,
a
I
video
mean,
on it.
watch theirs. It's probably going to be much better than mine would have been.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. The other thing I realized after I left that I didn't actually look at the Great Ball Contraption. Usually I try to spend a few minutes checking it out. I did walk by it and I realized that it was only like five or so tables and it had a loop back. Like it wasn't a circle. I mean, it was technically a circle, but it was a circle on an L-shaped set of tables, right? Like it just ended up coming back. So
Okay.
it wasn't as huge as some of the ones I've seen. So I technically forgot to look at it. Dave's playing with RCXs again. I love that sound. Anyway, so yeah, we kind of talked about the news. We talked about the new sets. So this is the not yet release page. The DeLorean's in here. The two Star Wars sets, the Death Star Trench and the Dagobah set. I think that's about it for new ones in here. So something we haven't talked about yet was the other rumor that they posted on Brickset and a few other places, or BrickFan, is the Lego Avatar theme has been confirmed. So someone in the
In
Walt
the
Disney
know.
Company Consumer Products and Walt Disney mentioned in an interview that Lego is producing Avatar sets. For the first film Avatar and Avatar 2, please tell me they're going to build the helicopter. The hovercopter, whatever you want to call it, because I absolutely love that ship.
Yeah, but I'm kind of in. I don't know if it's a good idea to produce Avatar sets apart from producing the military stuff.
Well, this
that
is true, but
do
yeah.
do you really want a play set with all sorts of plants and animals and
Yeah.
a big blue guy in the middle?
That's what I was saying. That's why I want it to at least be the vehicles, right? Like if hopefully they do the vehicles and everything's all good.
Because they did try, Lego did try their hand at teams that were not vehicle based before, and it failed.
Yeah, true enough.
So I'm wondering how they're going to do Avatar without failing, because unless they do the military vehicles, which are mostly the bad guys,
yeah,
you're not going to get that much good response from the fans, because as I said, previously. He did try non-vehicle based team before, and
Mhm.
it failed.
Yeah. Sorry, I just realized that for the topic coming up, I didn't actually. I did a presentation and I forgot to load the presentation, so I was just getting that started as we were talking. So they did give set numbers with the British or the euro price. So that got me thinking, because I saw this article this morning, and that got me thinking about our topic tonight, or a topic tonight. And instead of using one of Dave's, I decided, hey, why not go for something different, talking about the past and the future. So the past being Back to the Future, and Back to the Future being the future as well.
The back.
But also that we've gotten a few sets announced, or a few sets accidentally announced. That being the what we were just talking about, the Avatar sets. And I have been using. I every once in a while I do a search for new sets. And there's an Italian company, that Italian toy distributor, that they put up all the names of the sets, no pictures, but the names of the sets and a rough price in euros. So I was like, you know what? I want to pull that up because it's about 90 sets that haven't been announced yet. And as I was going through, I verified some of the numbers, and a few of the sets have actually been announced, like the Muppet figures are announced, but they don't have pictures for them or anything. So I thought we could kind of look over that and kind of talk
Yeah, I'll
about.
be buying half a box off you, Jeff.
Yeah, I know the Muppets. You're buying a box off of me, or
You're buying a box, and I'll just buy one set off you, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it's
I-
gonna cost.
I'm selling a lot of figs. Like I've got a lot of the series 1 through. Well, I have every series. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but and I'm selling those, like Janie had them, and we put them up. And I've got full sets, and I've got individual figures, and I'm actually selling out of individual figures. I've had 3 or 4 series now that I've emptied the bags. Like I've sold all those figs. So I actually have to contact Janie and see if she wants me to split a full set now, just because the full sets aren't selling, but the individual figs are.
Right.
So I mean, I've sold a few full sets, but not as much. Anyway, okay, so why don't we jump into that? Let me just. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do this quickly. We've got our, our now fairly boring update on Lego sets. So
Division by
Lego,
zero errors are always great to see.
so Lego has only got 792 sets. They've actually dropped the amount of sets that they have in stock now to 792. So they've lost about 40-ish sets. Rough math there. Sorry, it's probably not accurate. But they have more available, 525, which is good. Out of stock is 199. So they've dropped that down there. I'm guessing those are the sets they've gotten rid of.
Yep.
Back order is down to 39. Coming soon is 30. That's increased by 1 because they added in. Which one would they have added in? I guess it wasn't the Star Wars sets. But anyways, they've added in something. So it gives us a total of 739. 793. Wait, I'm off. How am I off by 1? 525, 199, 39, 30. Hey, Lego. Total 793. Total 792.
Well, one's missing.
Oh no, Lego has a math issue. Anyway,
Or your Excel does.
Lego math is hard.
no,
Lego
my
math is hard.
my Excel is perfectly fine. Look at that formula; it's perfectly fine. Jeez, how dare you
Jeez
guys?
Louise. Who hired these
I
people?
didn't say your math was hard. I said Lego math is hard.
No, I was picking on Jeff.
But it shouldn't. It works perfectly fine. Anyway, so yeah, we've got up to 66%. Maybe we'll do like one more week, and well, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if we
they
find
are
this
getting
SPV.
better because I mentioned that I did make a bricks and piece order on March 8th. I did order the Cyber drone with it, and they originally it said it was gonna ship on March 27th, and I got an email Monday saying
Yeah.
that my set was shipping. So
Oh, good. Yeah,
Oh,
early
that's
shipping
good.
is always nice.
and I also got notification that my February 8th bricks and pieces order finally shipped on Tuesday too. So
February 8th. Okay. I'm taking note of that because my orders were done I'm just looking at the dates on my orders. My orders were done on March. You said February 8th, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I ordered on March 1st to March 9th from Bricks and Pieces. So I've still got a ways to go.
Well, I ordered on March, like I said, I ordered on March night too on another Bricks and Pieces order. So
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna compare both. And I did call Lego last week,
To
and
complain.
to complain. And I did get 2,000 points, 2,000 VIP points for my trouble. So I'm not complaining anymore about my February 8 order.
Because it finally shipped.
Because they took care of you as customer services are supposed to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lego, for having good customer service.
But you did complain.
Yes. Yes,
oh no,
I
it
did
was
have
for
to.
the early, you got that for the earlier order, right? Where you complained.
Yeah, I complained for the February 8 order, not
Yeah,
the
February 8th.
March 9 order.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Yes. All right. So, as I was saying, our topic for tonight was the past and the future. So the future being sets that haven't come out yet. Just to kind of review them. Whoops.
Transform.
I really missed in the original image. I had a little gray line across here, and I just realized I missed a little piece of it. It's like, oh, now it looks like an underscore. It's waiting for input.
Yeah, I've been trying to get all my YouTube videos with nicer cover pages, and it's just a lot of work.
I noticed that your cover page.
Yeah, I noticed that,
and they look
Dave.
awesome.
I was happy to see that you went with some nice graphics for your.
Yes,
Well,
I
every
agree.
time I see like any whatever that videos that whatever, and I look at my videos that are always displayed in that little, hey, maybe you want to click on this video, and I'm going, that looks like crap.
Yeah.
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 So any of my videos that's in the top 50 of all my videos is what I made the screen cover for, and all new videos. So because I got 500 videos on my YouTube channel that nobody's ever watched. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to work on those.
No, but I mean, from going forward, you just rebranded, right? Like,
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just catching up in chat because Jeff, Ben was asking about the revamped Bricks and Pieces. We did kind of talk about that a little earlier. If you want missing or older pieces, still this. If you want missing or broken pieces, still the old system. Yeah. Yeah, so we did mention it a few minutes ago about that, Ben, and I like the system interface. It's a lot better than the other one. They have lost some of the newer parts though, so hopefully they will do return or maybe there's
and like I mentioned, the prices aren't too bad either. There's some increase in some areas. There's some lower prices on other areas.
Yeah.
And the one thing that Lego said they were gonna do, and they did, is that having the same price for the same piece in all colors.
Yeah, which is important because I mean, yeah, and there were some pieces that were drastically higher. Like in my Bricks and Pieces order, I ordered the white canopy and the light blue canopy for those new space base, and they were 50 cents or more apart, I think, in pricing. Do I actually still have the spreadsheet open? No, I don't remember.
I was going to mention, I just love the name Space Base.
Space Base? You just thought it?
I just like we said it forever, but I just like the name Space Base.
Oh, okay, yeah. $292 for the light blue, and $319 is the price for the white ones on the old system. So I don't know what it is now because those pieces aren't available right now. But anyway, and yes, I agree, Ben. If they do the DeLorean, wouldn't it be nice to get the train in that same scale? That would be awesome. Jeff has also joined us in chat. Hello, Jeff.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna have to get some rails to go with that, and
well, we have rails.
Yeah, but not to that scale.
Well, you can brick build a rail then if you want a bigger scale than the current rail. Like I'm talking about the gray straights.
We're talking about like $1,000 set here.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, let's talk about the fancy presentation. Hopefully this works.
Jeff made a fancy presentation.
Unannounced set for 2022.
Unannounced sets for 2022. Les ensembles non annoncés de 2022.
Oh, no, we got the this is awesome. That was a party.
As you said it the first time, Dave, I was about to say, oh, Dave just translated in his native language, and then you went into French. I'm like, okay, good. Anyway,
I love listening to an actual French person speak French, because when I try to do it, it sounds like crap. But when Dave says it flows, it's beautiful, it's melodic. Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
so
Je
I
ne parle
basically
pas
just
français.
sorry, I basically just started from Duplo and went through. These are not the actual prices of
We
this.
don't care about Duplo.
No,
No,
nobody
no,
talks about
no.
Duplo. These are the
Like
euro
Club.
prices, and I just converted dollar for dollar, like with the exchange rate, to give an idea of what the price could be. These are not going to be the prices in Canadian dollars.
So don't believe what Jeff's writing here.
No,
This
like I
is
said,
the,
I don't know why. I
video.
just wanted to kind of know roughly in Canadian what it could be.
This is a small print that Jeff's putting on his video.
And the data came from terminalvideo.com, which is the Italian site I was talking about. Everything but the last page. Like there's only the basically just the avatar sets weren't actually listed on this site. So yeah, and I did put this up for one person because my sister has Duplo. She has Lego too now, but you know.
All my Duplo's in that little fuzzy red bunny right over there. Oh, you can't see it, but that's all
I do actually like what they're doing here because it looks like animals of Africa, animals of South America, Asia, the world, ocean animals. That's kind of cool that they're doing different parts of the world and doing animal sets. So, but anyways, that's Duplo. Who cares?
We don't care about Duplo.
Next up, we have.
Hey, it's part of Lego. It's like Bionicle. I care enough to say that keep the company going.
Disney.
Even though I don't buy new sets. Keep the company going.
Next up, we have Disney sets. So a lot of these don't actually have names. Like this one here, Disney Princess. Oh, sorry. This one here,
Disney Princess.
It just has a number behind it because this is an announced set. But we do get the names.
Disney.
So these are sets that haven't been released yet, but we do get names of some of them. So Fun at Anna and Olaf's Castle, Cinderella and Prince Charming
more
Castle.
Frozen stuff. That's excellent.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. But then Mickey and Friends, we're getting some more Mickey sets. Camping Vacation with Mickey and Minnie, the Luna Park of Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. I'm assuming that's.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark right now. It's a very, very old video that was made far before I was born.
Okay.
It's Mickey and Minnie going on vacation, and they have one of those little teardrop trailers behind them.
Okay.
And they're driving along a mountain path.
That'd be kind of cool.
The trailer falls off and it starts rolling down the hill, and they don't realize it, and they keep on driving, and then they pick it up at the bottom of the next hill, and I'm going, I wonder if that's what they're going to be making.
You know what? That's quite possible. I do remember that video too. Now that you mentioned it,
it's got to be 1954. I don't know. It's way before I was born.
Most of us have seen that anyhow because of the Wonderful World of Disney.
I love the Wonderful World of Disney.
And again, this is translated from the Italian into English by Google Translate. So I don't know that this set is actually called Mickey and His Friends Paladin of the Castle. I mean, it could be, but paladins isn't a word that we would normally use in English as often.
Well, it's probably Mickey in that the musical, the dancing brooms, paladins. Could be a wizard.
Or
knights. It could be knights of the castle.
It could be that dance of the hippopotamuses or whatever.
I'm just waiting for Dave to finally get the right name of the movie because
I forget the movie. Fantasia. It could be Fantasia.
There you go. He gets it. I actually forgot the name of it too, so I was just letting you stumble over it for a while.
Hey, the second thing that goes is the memory. Yes. At least I still have my looks and charm.
I asked what the first thing that goes, but I don't want to know. Anyway, so next up, next up, it starts to get a little more interesting. Minecraft architecture and creator sets. So Minecraft, there's Bakery, Nether, Ice Castle, and Llama. So whatever. The architect. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Minecraft personally, so it's like, yeah, Minecraft sets. Okay, cool. Architecture has one set at €175. And it's rumored to be the Monuments of the World, where I could find any more information. I did put it in here in brackets. Then there's two creator sets. There's a Creator City Noodle Restaurant for $52. So I'm guessing that's like the 3-in-1 type building.
Chinese restaurants, probably.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But it's kind of cool. And then Viking Ship and Jormungerland, whatever. So there's a Viking creator set, which has been rumored.
I cannot say that in French or English, so I think you're better.
Close enough.
I would say that the Viking sets, I was impressed, and I probably bought half of them. I liked them. They were cool back in the day, but this is probably not going to be that.
Yeah. I mean, well, and this is a creator set, so it's I'm guessing it'll be a 3-in-1, similar to the castle, that type thing. And 147 euros. You know, it's a $200 set ish, Canadian. So we'll see what it is. Next up, some assorted sets. So there's another art set coming out based on searching by the number. There's rumor that it's going to be the Rolling Stones, similar to the Beatles, similar to Elvis. Yeah, so I was trying to figure out what it would be. Would it be their faces? Would we get one of Mick Jagger? Is it going to be like the logo with the big tongue? That to me makes
Probably
more
not
sense.
that one.
No. There's another icons set, as they're calling it, which is a lifestyle, which based on searching the number could be an orchid in the flower series that we've been having, the plant series that we've been having. There's rumor of an orchid set. Another one that's listed here is the classic 90 Years of Play, which is set for a May release based on my searching. I'm guessing that's a basic brick box.
Oh, probably.
I don't think it's going to be the castle because, you know,
There we go.
that's a 90-year anniversary set. Also note, there's nothing really expensive on this list. I think up like $180 is the most expensive thing to find. Although I just noticed 187 euros, which works out to 262 Canadian.
Wow, that's a big set.
The art sets used to be $150 Canadian. So either this is way overpriced,
Or it's
huge, or the prices are going up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, technically, they've been sticking with the 3x3 panel sets for these art projects. There's nothing that says they can't go any shape they want, right?
like the world map.
Yeah. And the last one here is the Lego minifigures, which is that based on searching that number and what we know, which has been publicized. It's the Muppets, which is a May release.
Yeah, we're gonna get Jeff's video demonetized. We're gonna do all these theme songs that he's gonna get hit on.
Dots. So originally when Dots came up, I was like, meh, whatever. I like the Dots series.
Jeff loves Dots now.
I do love Dots. I do think they're an awesome series. But then I started reading some of the names. Rainbow Bracelet with Charms, whatever. But Adhesive Patch, Sewable Patch. And like, are they actually going to give us cloth type patches that will hold, or rubberized patches that we can sew into clothing? So we can actually put Lego on anything we want? Yes, please.
That'd be fun.
Why not? No, yeah, you can make your own hat. You could take your crappy, Toronto Maple Leafs hat. No, it's joking. your Montreal Canadiens hat? No. Anyway, you could take a hat that you don't like anymore, and you can put a patch on it, and you can write something else on there. Or you could take your Montreal hat, put a patch on there, and put the Montreal logo in brick on it. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, frames and bracelet, mega pack patch stickers. So another
mega pack.
Series 7 of dots, extra dots for the sports
extra
theme.
Dots.
And a few other ones. Cute panda storage, my big box. Not even going to go there. And creative family pack of unicorns. Okay, next. I'm just keep on going. So guess what? City stunts.
Hey kids, want to see my big box of dots?
Apparently, we are going to get kicked off of this stream sooner or later. Or at least blocked. Anyways, city stunts. Believe it or not, they are making the second line of city stunt sets. One of them is super expensive at $171.
Ouch.
Euros. Acrobatics Arena.
It's probably going to be like 101 pieces.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because those are super expensive for not that much bricks.
Well, okay. So I mean, the first three are obviously just like little bike sets: touring stunt bike, reckless Scorpio, and stunt bike bathtub. Okay.
Bathtub.
Chimpanzee death ride. And yeah, Ben just mentioned. Oh yeah, and sorry, Ben was saying that those patches would be interesting for conventions for sure. And yeah, that $170 set is an arena, so I'm assuming it's a structure that you can play with the city stunt sets in. I did like the last one here, Shark Attack, Acrobatic Challenge. So obviously they are jumping the shark.
They are jumping the shark. That's what I was thinking.
They're jumping the shark. So
they are jumping the shark. So that series is going to be over next year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Here's the most interesting one, I think, personally. City sets, an animal rescue
Ooh.
mission set, $33. Grocery store, My City. I'm guessing these are 4+, because that My City to me just seems, I don't know why, but
My
it seems like that would be
my
4+ish thing.
city.
Uh,
I
Lego
like
City Spaceport, Mars
Whoop!
exploration mission.
I
Woohoo!
haven't bought any of those yet.
Near Vi, Dave, honestly, um, but yeah, the Mars. So there's an expansion still for the city spaceport, which is kind of cool. This one I had to put a smaller font. Another police station of sorts, or police set, maritime police investigation mission. So I'm guessing
That's
a boat,
okay.
maybe a car, whatever.
You know,
City
it's really sad
train.
though that
We
Jeff
haven't
built
seen
that
a boat in a
beautiful.
while, so I'm guessing it's going to be a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff built that beautiful zoo. Got to be 6 or 7 years ago
Oh,
for
yeah.
Brick Pet.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that was, well, I mean, that was back in probably 2013, 2011, something like that.
Well, 2011 was our first Brick Pet, so I don't know if
Yeah.
it was there.
Well, it was the second one,
But
probably.
you made that beautiful
2012.
beautiful zoo, and now they come out with a whole ton of animals.
Yeah, and I've been buying the
They're
animals.
copying Jeff?
But everybody's doing zoos now
Jeff's
too,
the
so it
leader.
doesn't help. So,
Jeff's always a leader.
anyways, City Train.
Trail setter. Trail
right.
setter?
Trailblazer.
Trend-
Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
Trendsetter.
Trendsetter.
Yeah.
That's it.
So there is a new train set coming out, which is a passenger train. So I'm guessing it's going to be bigger pieces on the noses and stuff like they've been doing. But at least City Train has not completely died.
So they're the same track, the same plastic track.
Yeah, it'll be the same system.
Okay.
It's just
I'm
assuming it'll be the same.
No train rails on it, so
Yeah, I'd assume it's going to be the same system.
Yeah, probably.
These are the three I'm most excited about and will be buying. The City Farm series, chicken coop, green grocer van, and barn and farm animals. Because you know what? We need more animals. And yes, Ben. Yes. We need a goat.
we have the goat. His name's Jeff. The greatest of all time.
Goat.
Oh, goat. Okay.
Goat.
Not
Yeah.
actual goat.
Yeah. That was just bad.
We call
that
her
was a sheep.
Biquette in French.
Pikachu.
So
We
the
need
green
more
grocer,
Biquette.
the green grocer van, I think that would be really cool if they tied it to the color scheme of the original Green Grocer creator set, like the modular. That'd be kind of fun, but I don't know if they will. So, and I mean, none of these pictures have been shown yet. I'm trying to figure out when the June sets were started to get leaked last year. I'm going to try and see if I can dig that up for next time, just to kind of give us an idea. I'm guessing by May-ish or so we'll start seeing pictures of these.
Probably.
Star Wars and superhero sets. So a few of these we already have names on. The first one here is the N1 Starfighter. They just haven't updated their site. Actually, all three of the Star Wars ones were revealed now because the other two were the Death Star Trench Run and the Dagobah Jedi Training, which we just talked about today. There are 3 superhero sets. We only know one of them is Thor: Love and Thunder's attack on New Asgard. The other two, we're not sure what they're going to be, but there are definitely a lot of superhero related content coming out, with Flash movies and Doctor Strange movies and all the other superhero type movies that are coming out.
Our series that Disney Plus is showing.
Sorry, what was that?
I said our series that Disney Plus is showing.
Yeah, well, this is true too. Yeah. So I mean, this is just what they had at this point. There's going to be more sets than just this. I mean, there's also been rumor of a big Marvel type set coming out, like similar to the Daily Bugle last year, that they'll release something this year. So who knows, right? Do we have anything else? Let's see. What was that? Yeah, Jurassic World and Harry Potter. So there's one extra Jurassic World set that hasn't been announced yet, at least so far that I couldn't find any information on this set. There's 6 Harry Potter sets as well. None of them have real names, but this one here is a brick built creature, so that'd be similar to the Phoenix that we've had before, or the owl. Yeah, Hedwig owl.
Or the big figs.
Brick built creature. I don't know. Yeah, it could be a big figs. I mean, these ones could be big figs.
Although if it's Dobby, it'll probably just look like Yoda from years back.
True. And then there's there's another Harry Potter playset of some sorts in the $100 range. So I'm not sure. Like to me, that means this is kind of different than these ones because like this is $120. This is 107.
Well, there is a movie coming up, right?
Yes, this is true as well.
So I'm guessing he's gonna like tap into that marketing.
Yeah. Ben was saying he's heard rumors of a Sanctum Sanctorum for a large Marvel set tie in with the new movie. Yeah, that'd be interesting as well. All right. Friends, a crap ton of Friends sets.
What? Oh,
A
I
crap
thought
ton.
you meant the TV show.
No.
No, the friends with the dolls.
I thought Dave was saying that because I said a crap ton, and I'm like, what? Okay. So I mean, just scrolling through the names, there's like, it's the usual. A waste recycling truck. Apparently, Friends need to take out the trash now.
No,
ice cream
not taking
van.
out the trash, they're recycling.
I'm
This
sure
is
it's gonna be I'm sure it's gonna be friendly for the environment.
There's a water park though, and an Olivia Space Academy. So maybe we'll get some space friends.
Space friends.
Oh, that would be awesome if they come with a classic space minifig friend torso.
A mini
Oh, wow.
or a mini doll, a space mini doll. That would be cool.
That
That
would
would
be.
be very cool. I'm signing up for that one.
All right, there we go. So there's a friend set that we could be interested in. Ninjago, a bunch of sets here.
Ninja, go,
Um,
Ninja, come on, come on, come on.
Good night, buddy. My kid's going to bed.
So,
So yeah, but 7 sets here. I've been just looking at the names. There's, I mean, the one that caught my eye was the Nia Samurai X set because my daughter used to love Nia sets, and it's a pretty large one. So we'll see what that's all about. But some dragons for the dragon fans. At least I see dragon in 5 different set names have dragon in them. So gotta have your dragons. And the last one here are the IP licenses. So there were 3 IP licenses that weren't known, or that were on this site, and then there's the 4 Avatar ones that we were just talking about earlier. And the 3, when I started searching for Lego with these set numbers, they came up as possible the Pixar Lightyear sets. So we
that's
could
a really
possibly,
cool movie. I'm definitely
Yeah.
watching that one.
yeah. So it's quite possible that we'll get a Lightyear. Maybe we'll get the ship.
We
ship.
want the ship,
We do
or
want
at
the
least one of the ship, because
But-
there's 2.
Honestly, at 59 pounds, 59 euros, it's not going to be a huge ship. It's not going to be what we want.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I wanted the big ship.
Not doing a voice in the movie.
I wanted the big ship, the biggest one, the one that sits on the ramp.
Yeah. So do I. That might be one of the things I'm going to build in the near future too. After I'm done sorting, because I have to finish sorting first.
Me too.
Sorting takes forever.
It does. I find it good though. I like doing it, but
It's therapeutic.
it is. It is. So next up for me is red and blue once I'm done the dark gray, and those ones will be fairly quick. So and that's it. So
That's it.
and apparently when you do that, it goes black. So yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know, there's something to kind of look at, to see, maybe get some excitement going about the next sets. And it feels like it was just literally a week ago that we were talking about the last round of major sets, although it wasn't. It was later, right? But you know what? I'm going to move you guys over to this screen now because I'm not sharing that screen anymore. And I'm going to stop sharing that screen. So now I'm kind of looking directly at you versus looking off to the side. There. Hi. A little better. So the screen I'm using is a smaller dimension, which works better for projecting, for sharing screens versus the main screen. Anyway, details.
details. Production details.
Yes, lack of production details. I'm just catching up on chat here. We need goats. But you have a cute kitty.
Cat.
2 cats. Oh, they have 2 cats, Boba and Dave. The goat boat set. Yeah, that was the Thor one I was talking about, which they've been calling the goat boat set, but it actually has an actual name. A new module size. Oh yeah, I did share that one. Sanctum Sanctorum. And yeah, there are some new movies to back up the Harry Potter train too, the Secrets of Dumbledore. So which ends up back in Hogwarts, which is interesting. That they're finally looping back into Hogwarts more. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah. So what are your plans for the next weeks, guys? Or the next week?
I'm gonna get off my Lego desk.
Yeah, me too. And then make it messy again, and then clean it again, and then make it messy and clean it. How do
I
you-
found all these old life flights that I had in another previous film set.
Oh my
I have
God.
there.
I
Have you
don't think I'm
ordered
gonna
all
get.
those?
I don't think I'm gonna get into that much building yet because I actually have to build a website for our May event. So
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm going to be doing that for the next few weeks, I think.
Fair enough. And hockey.
I was actually contemplating coming out for your May event.
Really?
Yeah, I was, but I don't think it's gonna happen now because we're camping.
Oh, are you starting the camping
Fair
again?
enough.
Cool.
I don't know what weekend your May event's on, but
May 28, 29.
yeah, it's the camping weekend.
Is that the 2-4 weekend?
No, it's the weekend after the May
Weekend
2
after the May 2-4? Okay. Do you guys actually have Victoria Day in Quebec too? You do, right?
Yeah, we do,
Yeah.
but it's it goes by many names here in Quebec.
Yeah.
For anglophones, it goes by either Queen Victoria Day or, and for us francophones, it's either it was previously called Dollar Day.
Dollar
Like-
Day?
Yeah, for Dollar des Ormeaux.
Oh, okay. Dollar being
And-
someone's name.
Yeah,
okay.
someone's name, and now it's the Fête des Patriotes.
Patriots Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a football game. Well, not those Patriots.
No,
No.
not those Patriots. The one that were massacred by the British
Oh,
Army.
the good ones. Okay, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, and I mean, we call it the May 2-4 because it's usually around the 24th. I think it's the first Monday after the 24th. I think that's how the math
Yeah,
works.
it's
Or,
the first long holiday of spring. So
yeah, but I'm just looking at the calendar here for a second to.
It's
Oh,
on
I
May
see.
24th. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what week it is. Like, I know we kind of did talk about that, but the 20th. Yeah, so it's like the 21st, 22nd, I guess this year is the Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Oh, it's the day before. It's probably the weekend before the 24th is how it calculates. But also 2-4 being a 24 case of beer, and so they always call it the 2-4 as well. Not that I know because I don't drink much beer, but
that's the issue, right?
but yeah.
Well, over here, the biggest beer day is the June 24 holiday.
Oh yeah,
Saint Jean Baptiste.
Baptiste.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, Shane,
I actually read somewhere that they actually sell cases, the number of the cases of beer that they sell on June 24th or around that day,
Around that weekend, yeah.
it around that weekend is actually higher than all the rest of the year.
Wow.
For bring all the other days of the year, put them together, it does not equal the number of beers sold for June 24th.
Is it also because people are buying beer for June 24th and July 1st being Canada Day as well? Like they're just buying it all at one time?
No, there's a lot of beer going on.
No, I'm not arguing that part. I'm just saying that is it just because your leftovers end up lasting? No, probably not. There's no leftovers. Who are we kidding? Yeah,
Come on, it's Quebec.
let's go back.
Quebec.
So
We invented the term "hold my beer."
Except there wasn't hold my beer. It's
C'est ma bière.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't.
We-
I thought you were just being
Fellas have
sarcastic.
fun talking about Lego in this.
No, there's a lot of beer consumption in Quebec.
Really? I
Well,
had no idea.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. So, for me, I'll probably just be sorting more and
Me too.
maybe build a few things. We'll see. I have a backlog of sets and I have a backlog of puzzles too. So I'll probably be switching between the three things.
I built some Lego puzzles.
Yeah, I
So
saw
did
that.
I built the Lego puzzle this week.
No,
No,
but I
you
built
you put
puzzles made of
together a
Lego.
Lego puzzle. You
I put
didn't
together,
build
yeah.
it.
So what? It's still building.
No, it's not.
I assembled a Lego puzzle.
Yes,
You built the
you
Lego
didn't build
puzzle.
it.
Rob.
I didn't follow the instructions.
Well, it's a puzzle. There are no instructions.
Well, there's
That'd be
actually a
funny if it
page.
came with instructions. That'd be
There is
great.
actually a larger page versus looking at the box, which was nice. But Dave, which puzzle did you build?
I built one of my
It's boxes
blocks
puzzle.
puzzles. Where are they? They're somewhere.
Oh, like the actual puzzle, like the
My block puzzles out of Lego.
block puzzles. Yeah, okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about puzzles versus.
And I made Cluster.
Jigsaw.
I guess it's a game I never even heard of before, but it's a game called Cluster where you use magnets and you have to put them in a circle and not
Yeah.
catch them together. So Josh and I had a
was-
great time with that one.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I might.
I never even heard of that game before until I stumbled across it. I said, "Hey, I can build that out of Lego really quick," and I did.
Yeah. Reach into 2 bags, grab your strains and your
Exactly.
magnets. Done.
Like seriously done, like that 2 minutes.
Yeah, if I haven't had a
And
chance
then,
to watch
then you
that
have to have
video.
the balance between how many Lego or how many magnets you give the person versus how big the circle is.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you have to do that.
yeah. It was an interesting game for sure.
That was fun.
I was actually amazed this week to see David finding a big box full of Lego and being disappointed. I think that's the first time I see someone finding Lego and being disappointed.
Well, it wasn't disappointed about finding the Lego. It's disappointed that I now have to sort it into the collection.
Why is that a disappointment? You've got more Lego now.
Ah. And then you find pieces.
He made a video and he was so disappointed. And I'm like, hey, I would be ecstatic to find like a big box of
broken 1x6.
full of Lego.
Yeah, full of Lego that again with light plates.
Yeah, like hello. Why are we complaining?
I'm not complaining.
You're complaining.
Just making a few I thought I was done sorting. So here I am in the video sorting.
He's
Next he's
complaining
gonna
because he's finding Lego.
Next he's gonna
I
yell.
don't want to find Lego. My collection is all
I keep on
sorted.
finding how I used to build. And I'm going, holy! I forgot that I'm really stupid when I build Technic because I make it stupid, overthought, and over-engineered. So I'm taking a lot of friction pegs and like whatever, and it's like this is gonna be forever.
Ooh.
Oh, but then wait, there's more. I also got a stack of new baseboards
There's
that are
more.
rolling. They're going to be on a Facebook Marketplace this week.
I saw
17
the picture of you washing those.
I just watched the video before coming live. So
And you're talking about this, and I just realized I haven't watched YouTube at all this week. I've been in a few
Jeff,
YouTube
what are you
chats, but
doing?
I've been catching up on TV and stuff. Because I'm sorting and stuff. When I sort, I don't usually watch YouTube. I watch TV shows. Just because I find it's easier to concentrate. Oh, yes, okay. I remember you finding that box now, Dave. I remember those pictures. I didn't watch the videos if you posted some, so. But yeah, as soon as I saw that picture, that I realized it was your crater.
Well, you were there when I built it, so.
I was. Technically, everybody was there when you built it in the world. At least everybody that's in our chat. I don't think there's any 3-year-olds watching, so. Or 8-year-olds, maybe. I don't know. So yeah. As we're talking here, I've been doing 2 Bricklink quotes because I haven't had any orders for the past few days, but I did get a quote, so. Anyway,
Well, that's nice.
Yes. Well, it's also nice that I don't have to leave. I was planning. I usually Thursday morning. I usually run out to go to the grocery store and mail my orders for the week. I had one order yesterday for one of Dave's instructions, 335. I think, one a really old, battered instruction, but someone bought it. So it's I think the yellow crane. I think, or no, the yellow transport truck.
Yeah.
So because it was one item, and it was literally like a stamp on the package, I quickly packed it and I went out this morning and did it. So I hopefully don't have to go out tomorrow morning to mail stuff, which is nice. I can take a day off. And I just realized that Dave is surrounded by BS. Oh, I remember those. Well, that's cool. Oh, you modified the...
Yes.
Cool. That's
So-
awesome.
I don't even know where
So
mine is
now-
anymore.
Is that for your space?
Yeah, for our Starbase display. So I actually have a rocket here.
Oh, yeah.
The-
Okay. With the connector there, too. Cool.
Actually, the door is working usually, but now it's like stuck. So, but it has a working door.
Awesome. Don't open that during launch, though.
No.
Just saying.
Definitely
That'd be a
not.
great idea. I'm just catching up on chat as I was talking here. Jeff is currently listening and sorting. You sort, man. We're with you.
We're all sorting.
Jeff
Go,
has a
Jeff,
lot to
go.
sort. Based on the pictures I've seen of Jeff's room over the years, he's got a lot to sort. So
Here's another one.
Those things are cool.
And Jeff's also suggested more meta tags on the parts in the pick-a-brick would be handy. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll be able to add to that as time goes. And Bonnie got some free Lego from Facebook Marketplace, and we're disappointed because we had to take out half the stuff because it wasn't Lego. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I know Dave does that at Value Village all the time too. Like you weigh how much is Lego versus Mega and other things, and decide if you want to bother taking the crap out, right?
Yeah,
Or buying it in the first place.
that's part of the gig.
Yeah.
So I only
Part
pick
of
up
the
lots
gig.
that only have classic space in it now. For now.
Yeah.
If I see a classic space part,
Dave keeps telling us that he's not gonna buy Lego anymore, and then he
No,
goes
I'm not
and
gonna buy
buys
non-classic
17
space
base
Lego.
plates, and half of them he doesn't need.
for creator
Half
plate.
of them? All of them. He doesn't need any of them. There's no half of them involved in that conversation. It's all of them.
Yeah.
As I'm talking, I am currently searching. I am currently typing in Facebook and going to look at Marketplace. Because that's the only time I look at Marketplace is when you guys are talking about it, or Dave. I realized Dave posted something. I'm like, oh, I haven't checked Marketplace in my area for a while, and there's not much.
That's the issue, right?
Well, or there is. Like, I mean, oh, actually, there is one here. Let me pop this up and share it. I'm going to share my other screen.
Everything here in Quebec is like overpriced, so we're not getting any deals on Facebook Marketplace.
When I was there, I was gonna stop by the Value Village that's down the street from the hotel
Yeah.
in Point Claire, because I went there last time.
And
But I said I'm just too tired. I'm gonna stay in the hotel.
wow.
'Cause
Okay.
I was
This is a
gonna
lot.
laugh if I found Lego in there. I was just gonna say, let's go back now.
Yeah. This is
You just
actually a
wanted
pretty.
you just wanted to tease me.
Just to
Dave,
put
I
you in
found
there.
Lego in Quebec
Woohoo!
and I bought it.
I go to bed.
It's like, hey, Dave, I found monorail in Quebec.
$5 in Quebec. I paid
Yeah.
$5 for it.
Pretty
Well,
much.
at least 1999, like I did.
That would definitely prove my Twilight Zone theory that you live in a
It's Dave.
like a
Yeah.
time warp bubble.
I'm
that
gonna say
people-
this. So overall, every time my wife and I go to Value Village down the street here, there's always at least some Lego, even if you don't want it, or at least a bin it's a Lego bin with no Lego in it.
Yeah.
The last two times, not one piece of Lego, not one bin, not even one clone brick hanging on the walls. I'm going, huh? Maybe my luck's running out. But do I need it? No.
I was like, I was flashing these shots up on the screen. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a big lot, but they're asking for $500. I'm like, it's probably worth $500, but I wouldn't want to pay $500 for it.
That's my issue right now. I see these big lots for $550 or $600, and then going,
Yeah.
it's worth it for somebody else, but it's not worth it for me.
Although there
those
is a
were
classic
brick-
space set in here, Dave.
Pardon?
There is a classic space set, which is the one that
There's a lot for sale. The guy wants $450 or $650, and it comes with like 17 classic space sets.
Okay.
And then he breaks it down per set too, if you want to buy individual sets. but he's
Yeah.
got like the space isolation base, the Space Police 1 isolation base on for 225. And I honestly, I have it right there and I'm looking at it. I cannot justify $225 worth of parts in the space isolation base because basically it's made up of a whole bunch of 2x plates and some things on it. I'm going, that's not 225 for me. I didn't buy it for more than 2 digits. I think I bought it for $60 or $40 off the shelf when I was a teenager or a young adult. I just I'm not paying 225 for one set, yet alone 650 for 15 sets. That
Yeah. And I'm looking at this item here, which is a few pieces that are listed at Canadian $100. And it's the blue brick has logo printed sideways and is patent pending piece.
I don't even know how many of those I have.
Well, yeah, I'm like that. This isn't rare, like patent pending. I've like it's just old brick.
It's just something
I mean,
in Stratford. That's what it is.
This one maybe could be something more rare because they're slightly misaligned.
Yeah, I'd never seen that one before.
But
oh, come on, it's not worth the money.
Nope.
No, for sure. And this is used Lego sets in good condition, sets to be near complete. Oh, okay. I thought it was just the pickup truck or the transport. So $150 for these ones. I mean, it can't be that many sets. I mean, that's like 8 or 9 sets for $150. It's just gotten overpriced. Welcome to Peterborough. And there was
People
a set.
are basically asking the same price that they paid for the sets.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean, they are worth more than they paid, right?
Well, not really.
Well, I mean, if you were to sell them individually as sets, then most of the sets probably would retail for more because
Well, it depends on the set.
Agreed. Anyway. Great. Now I'm like surfing Facebook Marketplace instead of talking to you guys. Oh wait, I'm talking to you guys about surfing Facebook Marketplace. Ooh. Rare Lagoon Lockup. $100.
$100.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could use your $500 that Justin Trudeau. You're not getting it.
What?
Over here in
giving you
Quebec.
money?
Yeah, Quebec. The Quebec government is giving us a $500 tax break. They just announced it yesterday. Yeah, because yesterday was the budget over here in Quebec, and everyone who gets like less than $100,000 gets a $500
Oh,
tax
so if you
credit.
make less than 100,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Individually.
Individually.
Yeah.
And that's just because you survived COVID? Is there a reason for it, or they're just giving $500? It's election year, right?
Yes, it's election year. Okay. We're going in the election in October. So
yeah. So coincidentally, in Ontario, it's an election year as well, and they just said that our license plate stickers are no longer going to be needed. Like every year, we have to renew our license plate sticker for $90 a year, and they're retroactively giving us the money back for the past 2 stickers. I think it is, or from 2020 and 21 and 22. So we're getting money back as well. But there's a lot of people that didn't buy stickers because they didn't go anywhere. So
they're not getting anything back.
Also known as election year. Well, I am. I literally bought my sticker in February. In early February, I bought my sticker because my birthday's in February, and they announced this at the very last few days of February, and I'm like,
really?
Thanks. So, but yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting $500, $100. Well, on my it's a tax credit, so I'm not gonna get it physically. I'm just gonna put it on my.
He's typing again.
I am sorry. Work.
We're that excited that he'd rather work.
Well, it's not that I don't. I'd rather talk to you guys, but
fine.
I
entered my password wrong on my work computer. Coincidentally,
Can you imagine Jeff calling Telus saying, "Guys, I'm locked out of my computer
well,
because
it does happen. I have done it before, like when they've sometimes like you have to do the mandatory password change every
yeah,
month or two or
I
whatever
hate
it is.
those.
And I have had that lock me out before.
Hate
So
those
it does happen, but
having
but
to
yeah.
change my password. Why? Why would I change my password
Yeah.
every year? Why?
Every
If it's
year?
yeah,
Wow.
at
You have
work,
to.
at 365 days, you have to change your password.
That's
A year? We get
yeah.
90 days.
We get 90 days, if not less, on ours. In fact, some of my production accounts are every month they expire, and I have to contact a particular person to say, "Hey, can you renew my password?" And it happens every month because this server is just dumb and there's no architecture
Yeah, but
involved. Or there's no,
we have our password and we have like um keys that we have to enter. So we have our username, our password,
okay. So you have
and a security key.
okay. All right, fine. You have a
That
token.
changes like every second. You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
30
you have a
seconds
token.
to
Okay.
enter your security key. So
Fair enough.
why
Okay.
would I need to change my password
All right,
every year for that?
but you said to us that it was your you have to change your password every year. You didn't mention you had a token. A token is a virtual password that changes regularly. So
Yes,
that
I have
makes
a
no
token.
sense.
I
Anyway, and now I'm
and
reading work emails.
and good cybersecurity says that if you have a good password or a secure password,
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to change it all the time, because if you're asking people to change their password all the time,
then
they're
they're
gonna
gonna forget
find
it.
ways to have easy passwords to
Yeah,
remember.
this is true. This is very true. Okay, good. I caught up on my work emails quickly too. We're doing a disaster recovery set of tests right now, like this week, on our disaster recovery environment. So anyway, life goes
Love DRs.
on.
That's my whole life. DRs.
So I'm thinking Jeff might be a little further behind, maybe, because he's now saying, "Yeah, I like forest animals and the blue folks." So he's talking about the avatar sets. And more meta tags on their parts would be nice. We were talking about pick a brick inventory about an hour ago.
Yeah.
He's about an hour behind. Anyway, so Jeff, when you get to this point, we've already stopped streaming, and we're all sleeping.
We're probably all to bed now, or
Yeah.
probably in our beds sleeping.
Yeah. Although he does have a good point that the avatar does have some cool alien creatures.
Yeah, but they're like
Six-legged horses.
It's a bona fide dragon.
Was it
That's what it
eight-legged
is.
horses or six-legged horses? I don't remember now.
I don't care.
The horses had many extra legs. And why is my kid still awake? Anyway.
Personally, I didn't care that much about the first movie, the Avatar movie, so
Yeah.
I didn't care that much about the universe. So I'm not excited about Avatar sets. Personally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll have to see what they look like, because Jeff's right. I want that helicopter or whatever. That was just my favorite ship in the entire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
I remember when that movie
they're
came
not
out,
going to give you that helicopter, you know.
people were building those. I remember that. I think Lugnut was still around. We were still using Lugnut, but some people were building just beautiful mocks of that thing. It was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
Yeah, but people are building nice mocks of what's it called? The game they Mega Blacks had that high P.
Halo.
Yeah, Halo.
And recently, ever since Dune came out, they've been rebuilding locks of the Omnithopter.
yeah, the Ornithopters. Yeah, and like
I saw two different ones.
I actually saw that this weekend, and I was pleasantly surprised because the 1984 version
it's
really
something else.
sucked.
Yeah,
and it was really long, and I kind of enjoyed this version more. It explains a lot of things more in depth, but bad part is that you have to wait for the
Part
second
2.
part.
Yeah, part 2. Apparently Jeff is current with us, but he was behind in chat somehow, and so his comments are like way off. Okay. And you mentioned seeing that movie, and I realized that this weekend I forgot to mention that I did go to see The Batman with my kid.
How's that?
Ooh.
It was decent. I mean, Chris Fazoom, Chris Giddens had warned that
I read his thing. Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
great for kids.
Not for
And
kids.
I mean, yeah, the Joker was a little bit disturbing, or not the Joker, the Riddler was a little bit disturbing in ways, but I didn't think it was that inappropriate for my kid. Considering he
Yeah, but
plays
your
Fortnite
kid is
video
more
games.
like a teen.
Yeah, he's turning 16 this year.
I'm hoping, because like the Riddler is one of my favorite characters from the original comics and
Yeah.
the cartoons.
Yeah.
And even the Adam West Batman. I like the Riddler, Frank Gorshin.
Yeah. It's definitely a darker Riddler for sure. But I mean,
But Jim Carrey, and I absolutely adore him, but it was so disappointing. So I'm hoping the Riddler is going to be good.
yeah,
I really do.
yeah.
Well,
I thought it was decent.
the whole movie was like kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
So
Which one are you talking
Batman
The-
Robin. No, it's
No,
Batman
which one is
Batman Forever.
about? Okay,
Batman
forever.
Forever.
Okay, so you're talking about the older movies. I was making sure you were talking about the
Yeah,
Batman.
Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face, and Jim Carrey was Riddler. I mean, I will say how he became the Riddler was cool. I really enjoyed the backstory they tried to give him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But again, it was Val Kilmer, and it was probably the
Yeah.
worst Batman movie made.
It was like 80s corny.
80s camp.
Well, it was the
Yeah,
first,
okay.
and it was the first one that
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton wasn't doing it. It was Mike. Well, not Michael.
I won't
but,
remember who did it. But and I'm not faulting
Shoemaker.
I'm not faulting him for
Shoe-
removing Tim Burton either, because the second Batman was really disappointing. Like, you had Danny DeVito as Penguin. Like, that was a very disappointing movie compared to the first one, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
First one was
Really?
right out
You
there.
thought?
I'm not saying Christopher Nolan, but
I kind of enjoyed the Batman, the second one.
I was okay. But it's not as disappointing as Val Kilmer's. But I did not enjoy it as
Well,
much.
it's not as disappointing as George Clooney.
George Clooney was disappointed with George Clooney.
So, but
He
it'll be
actually
interesting to
said
see.
in an interview that it was kind of the worst movie he ever
Movie
did.
he's ever done. He
Yeah.
said it.
But I'm wondering if this is going to be the year for DC movies, because we have the Batman, which was decent. It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. We had the Flash coming up. There's an Aquaman movie coming up, and also Black Lightning or Black Lightning. No, not Black Lightning.
Black Panther 2's coming out.
Sorry.
Black Panther 2's coming out.
Yeah. I'm talking about DC movies though right now.
Oh, DC.
I'm
I'm hoping they.
the one with the Rock, but I can't think of what
I'm a little
is.
disappointed, but I really hope they come up with Wonder Woman 3, because those were. The first one was just spectacular. The second was, but I hope they come up with another one. They don't like.
Oh yeah,
not,
yeah. For
because
sure.
of how bad the second one did.
Who's the Rock playing? It's the Shazam character.
Shazam.
No, but the Rock is playing, and it's Black Lightning. No, not Black Lightning.
Oh, I can't remember. DC. If it wasn't the big three, then I don't really
Anyways,
fight.
yeah. Anyway, but I mean, there are
And
4
Justice
movies
League.
coming out this year for DC, and I have a feeling that maybe they're finally at the point now where they're starting to get like Marvel type, like not Marvel movies. They'll never be able to beat Marvel movies, but I mean just that they're finally getting past crappy movies. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's yeah. DC been around decades longer than Marvel, first of all, and they have the
Yeah, yeah.
biggest 3 superheroes ever created, and they've been overall meh.
Well, the problem with the late DC movies is that they've
Black
taken
Adam.
themselves
There
too
you go.
seriously.
Well, and that's DC from the beginning, though. DC, even the comics take themselves more serious than Marvel ever did, right?
Yeah.
But overall, the storylines were more adult too in DC than Marvel. Marvel was always flash and substance and fights, and DC had morals and like issues, societal issues, and whatever. Like Superman was taking on the KKK back in the 40s and 50s. Like that's what the whole premise of the comic book in the 30s and 40s was, taking on the KKK. Like, this is awesome. Huge society issues, and
Yeah.
and then somehow after Zach got involved. He wanted these dark, whatever, but lost like Christopher Nolan with the Batman franchise was fantastic. Like
Yeah, I
those
enjoyed
three
that one
movies
too.
were just beautiful. All of them.
Although
I watched
I
any one
wasn't a
day.
fan of the Bane character.
Bane, I've loved
I,
it. Loved
I
it.
didn't.
Loved all three.
And I haven't watched it for a while, so maybe I should go back and rewatch it. But I don't know. Bane to me was like meh. But I didn't really know Bane before
No, I
those
didn't know Bane
movies,
at all
right?
until the movie
So
showed up.
yeah,
Like I knew all the other
The one
characters
thing
before they showed up.
that bugged me about Chris Nolan's work on Batman, and it wasn't his work, it was more the consequences of his work, is that the reboot, the Superman Returns
yeah.
reboot, didn't get the credit it deserved because it's
Oh,
a
I love
great
Superman
movie.
Returns.
It's a
It's so
great
good.
movie. It's a great
It's
movie.
so
It's a
good.
great reboot of the franchise. And
I mean,
but
Brandon Routh got a short stick.
but
That was a great movie.
but since Batman Begins was out the same year and he got
Yeah.
great reviews and
Yeah, fair
great
enough.
audiences, they
Yeah.
just scrapped that whole idea of a reboot for Superman. But it was a great reboot. It
It
was
was a good movie.
a great movie. Brendan Root was like an amazing Clark Kent and an
Yeah, he
amazing
made a good
Superman.
Clark Kent. And if you follow the if you've been
CW.
following the DC TV shows, the
Yeah,
CW
he was
TV
a
shows,
it was
they ended
great.
up doing a crossover, and it was the multiverse, and they actually
Yeah,
had Brandon Routh come back as Superman as well. Like they
That was
visited
great.
Superman's.
yeah.
I
Brendan
thought
Root
that was
has come back
awesome.
as
He was
Superman,
Smallville.
and they also had what's his name, the
Smallville.
guy who did
Adam.
Smallville.
Yeah, that's right too. And
That
that's
was
where
great.
they introduced the Lois and Clark Superman
Yeah,
as well. So right, that was where they introduced him. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, Lois and Clark were before the Crisis on Infinite Earth. They were part of the show. Superman
Was
showed up in season
it
2
was
of
a different
Supergirl.
No, it wasn't the Superman from Supergirl. They
No, it's the same Superman.
from
The guy
Supergirl?
who's in
No.
Superman and Lois is the same Superman that was in in Supergirl.
Yeah,
Oh,
Same guy.
it was the same
it's been a
Superman,
while
but we didn't saw Lewis. So
Yeah, Lois showed up around season 4 or 5 sporadically, and she was on the planet
Good night,
with his
Mr.
name,
Blue.
that whatever that planet was called, Solaria, whatever it's called. So Lois went
Yeah.
there for a while.
Yeah, I have been keeping up with the CW universe for the past half a year.
I love
Sure.
Superman and Lois. It is seriously one of my
Yeah.
favorite superhero shows of all time.
Yeah, I finally caught up to the mid-season.
I like the show. I like the premise. I like the characters. What I don't like is that beef up suit that he puts on to be Superman. You know why do you need padding? If just
Christopher
go to
Reeve
the
didn't need
gym,
it.
just go to the gym, work out a little.
I have
Like,
padding.
and
I don't need padding. What? Huh?
yeah, you're not playing Superman, Jeff.
Here's a little piece of trivia for anybody who's interested in trivia like I am. So 1977, Christopher Reeves gets, tapped on the shoulder to play Superman, but he was he had the 6'4", but he was completely lanky. He was a skinny rail. And the producer says, well, we'll have to pad out the suit. And so Christopher Reeve goes, no. I'm going to go on a 3-month binge of working out. You know who was his trainer?
Lou Ferrigno.
David Prowse.
Oh, okay.
Darth Vader trains Superman. I love that.
I was going to say Schwarzenegger, but that's
Darth Vader trains Superman.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing ever.
It's an awesome shirt too.
Oh my goodness! Like when I heard, because Dave Prowse is like 6 foot whatever, and he's like,
yeah.
So he was training Christopher Reeve, and so Christopher Reeve didn't need a padded suit when he played Superman on the show.
I heard the story about him telling the producer not to pad the suit because he was good, but I never heard that it was David Prowse that
we worked out with him for a couple weeks or a couple months, whatever it was. So
yeah.
But I didn't know that Christopher Reeve told the producers, "Hey, I'm not gonna need padding. I'm not doing the padded suits.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real."
And to me, it's campy, and you look back at 1978. But for me, and honestly, to this day, is my favorite superhero movie of all time, Superman 1978, the extended version, which is like 3.5 hours long. I love it. I absolutely adore it.
Yeah.
Because it takes me back to being 10 years old and watching him on the big screen. Like it was just me going to the theater and watching Superman like this, right? It's so good. And he is perfect. Christopher Reeves, out of all the Supermen in the entire universe, is the best Superman, and Clark Kent.
Jumping back to the Batman for a minute.
Oh, sure.
I'm not a huge fan of the Batmobile that they have in that movie, like based on the set and the pictures I saw. But the intro for that, like they show it in the movie, just kind of sitting in the Batcave. But the first time he actually physically uses it, and like that scene, it kind of gave me shivers because it was like it was an amazing way to introduce the vehicle.
Nice.
Still don't really like the vehicle personally because it's like, it's a beefed up Dodge Charger or
It's a
something.
car.
I don't know
It's a
what
car.
it is. It is custom built.
It's a
but-
Dodge Charger with the rocket engine on it.
Yeah. But I mean, the way they introduced the car physically, like in the movie, when it's actually being used, it was pretty cool, I have to say. So, but yeah, if you get a chance, watch it. We watched it in the theater. We went at like 3:00 in the afternoon, and there was like 20 people in the theater. It was great. So,
Cool.
thankfully for reserved seats and all that stuff.
We'll definitely be watching it. It's I love all superhero flicks. Not too many superhero flicks I didn't like.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Most of them are good, even just for the watching it. Even if you don't like it afterwards, it's still fun to watch. And
Yep.
Except for Star Wars Episode 1, which wasn't a superhero movie, I know, but Misa got to go now.
Episode 1 I can just skip over. And episode 2 is okay. Episode 3 was good. 4, 5, and 6 are the best.
Really? I thought I watched the first time I saw episode 3. I thought it was okay. I thought it was better than the previous 2, but
Oh, for sure.
I rewatched it lately, and I thought to myself, I don't think it's the best one out of the 3.
The acting is bad across the board, basically. But I just love the helmet coming down and the first breath and the music swells and I'm going, oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the acting, for me, the acting got worse on episode 3 than episode 2. Episode 2, I think, was a little better, but on episode 3, even Natalie Portman sucks.
Yeah.
And she's a great actress.
Bad acting. It's bad acting across the board.
No, I and when there's bad acting across the board, I kind of
You're taken out of the movie.
Yeah, no, I blame the director on that one.
Sure.
Because you're directing the actors. If they all suck, it's on you. It's not on them. If one or two suck, then you say it's the actor who sucks. But if all the actors are sucking and all the actors and great actors are sucking, then it's on the director. And I'm sorry to say, but that George Lucas, it just proved that George Lucas cannot direct actors. He cannot direct actors. He's not a great director. The best movies, the best Star Wars movies, were directed by him.
If you disagree with Dave, just note that he is in between the letters B and S. So I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying. And yeah, Janie said that they lit the Batman movie with 2 flashlights. It was definitely a differently lit movie. Honestly, I didn't notice it because it was a darker. I think it was a darker movie to begin with, and that's kind of what they were going with. But I was more into the story than the way it was filmed.
I'm gonna like it. I like Batman. I don't like Batman as much as Superman, but I like Batman.
And I have to say that the actor, I can't think of his actual name right now.
Hey, the
that's,
guy.
The vampire dude. It did take him 20 years to become a bat, which is the running joke for that because he was on Twilight and he was a vampire. Anyway, it was.
I don't like that actor. That's the one thing that's turning me off about
the stuff I have seen of his,
the whole movie,
which was basically Twilight. I think that's all I've really seen.
Never saw Twilight, not 1 minute of it.
I've seen it because
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Teenage Daughter.
But he's one of the 2 guys, right? Which one? He's the dark-haired one or the?
He's the dark-haired one.
He's the werewolf.
No, he's the vampire.
No, he's the vampire.
He's a vampire.
They both have dark hair, dude.
Okay, because there's the werewolf and there's the vampire, right?
Yeah,
he's the vampire.
Okay, because the werewolf guy was in Shark Boy.
Taylor Lautner. Yeah, Lautner.
Because Josh watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl 1,000 times when he was a kid, and the kid, the guy who became the werewolf in Twilight was only like 10 years old when he did Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and it's such a campy, great little movie for kids. And I go, hey, that's the kid that was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
But I have to say, him doing a Batman, it did work. I mean, he's a younger Batman. It's year 2, right? There was an absolutely hilarious scene, and after you guys have seen the movie, let me know, and I'll talk about the hilarious scene that made me laugh that happened to him. Because he's a year 2 Batman. Hasn't learned everything yet, right?
No.
But he pulled it off. He did a good job, I have to say. So definitely was like an emo Batman.
Ben Affleck being one of my favorite, not my favorite, but he's one of my favorite Batmans. It was just shocking for me to say because Ben Affleck is not a superhero kind of guy, but I really, really enjoyed.
You liked him as Batman?
I loved him as Batman.
I was really afraid when they announced that Ben Affleck was gonna do Batman, and because of Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil that we're talking about.
And I was really afraid, and coincidentally, he wasn't the worst one of the whole movie. He was kind of one of the best one.
I loved him as Batman.
I think he played a nice Batman. He plays a good Batman, but he plays an even better older Bruce Wayne. Yeah,
but he was great. I liked him right across the board.
That's the Batman.
Oh yeah, so that's not the same guy that was. Yeah, the other guy that was in Twilight is the guy from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, he definitely has that. He's got the Batman look. He's got the face, like the good chin and stuff. He did work as a Batman, I have to say.
Adam West made a good Batman.
Yeah. So, anyways, we should probably land this plane because
we're not talking Lego anymore.
People are starting to ask for spoilers, and I'm not giving
any
spoilers.
Tangents, everybody.
So thanks everybody for watching. We're almost at 2 hours too. We were like an hour and 20 when I was originally going to land the plane.
David and I have exactly the same experience with movies.
Anyways, I'm clicking the button because if I don't, we're going to keep on talking. And although I want to,
better
see you guys. Have fun.
Bye.